Sure thing.
Okay, here we go. So this is just for me. This is just a rant. Only a fool represents himself as a client, and I did pretty well. That blowhorn thing.
You're a good fool. You're a good fool.
Yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. And just the damn cops. Jesus. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. So turn around. The blowhorn thing, I got 2 days in jail because I refused to sign a undertaking not to be in the corner, conditions to be in the corner of Westmoreland and Queen. I said, I can't sign that, I gotta go across the Westmoreland Bridge. Anyway, oh, you want to sign that? In jail for 2 days, cut out my medication, everything. Now, I appeal it because 3 days later, my place was raided by 10 cops. I'm sorry, 10 racist cops, sorry. 10 fascist cops. Anyway, never mind that. See, I haven't been the same. So, then I appealed it in front of Judge Judy Clemente. Shorts, whatever. I wasn't going to be somebody that I'm not. Now, last time I seen you, you had a beard and you had a jacket, and look at you now. So, does it really matter appearance in court?
Unfortunately, appearance matters everywhere. Whether you're going in for service, I gave the example at Future Shop. A number of years ago when I left the military, I went wild, I got earrings, I happened to have a tooth that went bad and they had to pull it, so I was missing a tooth. Nice implant now. I had a big beard down to here. I go in to get service. I wanted a $2,500 plasma TV. It was my retirement present. I couldn't get anybody to help me. And fortunately, there was this nice gentleman who was obviously just got to Canada a few years ago, an immigrant, doesn't judge me. He comes over and says, "Sir, can I help you?" And I brought him down to the TV section while everybody was standing around, and I said, "I want that TV." And he said, "Oh, I'll get one of these gentlemen to help you." I said, "No, no, no, you're getting the commission. You come and spoke to me. These guys just stood around and looked at me like a bum." That's the example that I give. People judge you. Leon, same thing. My wife and I went in, she's short, unassuming, I'm all scruffy. I looked really bad when I retired. They walked to an older couple, nicely dressed like I am today, and went to them and said, "What can I do for you?" So I get down to Daly's, who greet everybody equal, even if you're a bag lady. I went there and spent my $1,500 on a new sofa. I paid $100 more, but I liked the service and the way they treated me.
We just came from the Justice Building. There's about 15 youths in there, all ADHD, which is all... they were hyper, and they had the little BlackBerry or little iPod on and just going. Now, not one of them was just up in a tie and suit.
No, nor any acceptable shirt, an open shirt with some dressy pants, or even some black jeans or anything like that.
What's all that? What's all that about?
I'm not old-fashioned. I call my father old-fashioned, you know, and I'm 47. I just turned 47. I'm not old-fashioned. I like to be, you know, somewhat hip-hop, you know, ball cap and t-shirt, cut-off shirt in the summer, that sort of thing. But I think we have to be appropriate. And court is one of the last sanctuaries where we should dress in appropriate clothes and make a good impression. I think this is reflective of society nowadays.
But the courts don't make a good impression of the way I see it. Well, you know, I mean, I know I have my issues and I wasn't treated right. And talk about the court, you know, like I look at a judge and I look at a senator and the first thing I think is you have good knees. They're appointed.
Did you ever think, though, for a minute, it's maybe what the judges are being fed? Because these judges are selected through a process after many years of being lawyers and crown lawyers and moving their way up and getting selected. These are the best lawyers out there.
You think so?
Well, I've seen, I can't remember the judge in Burton, but I was there in 2004, and I wish I could remember his name. He treated everybody equal, no matter how you were dressed, what you look like, even if you were brought in on major charges of aggravated assault or whatever. Until you were guilty, he treated you with respect. Once the verdict came guilty, then look out. He used to chastise the police. He would chastise the Crown Duty Council. Anybody was fair game and treated equally.
We don't have that here because, like I said, no, we don't. George, see, my ADHD gave me flashbacks. Okay, so if you respect the court, the justice building, the atmosphere, you dress up properly. That's what that's what your point is, right?
Yes, I think we have to trust our judges. If we don't, what do we have left?
I don't trust them. Don't trust them. I don't trust them at all. I don't. I think that they should be elected. They should be elected by the people.
Well,
because
now
they
they
could
open that can of worms. I think the police should be elected as well, like in the United States.
What?
I hate to compare.
What? You got my attention there. What? What did you say?
I hate to compare us to the States because we're unique as Canadians. But
what did you say?
Elected police officials.
Elected police officials.
Elect your sheriff, just like in the
States.
States.
Yes. Okay.
So
yes,
we know who we can trust.
Yes.
You talk about Barry McKnight. I did a video article that he should step down over the way he's running the police force. I think if we picked somebody to run our police force and elected that person and had them run, they could give their platforms what they're going to do for the community. We would have that trust. We would have that feeling by listening to them, like we feel out politicians. Like we felt out the late Jack Layton.
Yeah.
You know, I had a good feeling for him, the way he talked and what he was going to do for us and the vision of Canada. The same with the elected police, not necessarily police officers.
No, but that'd be good. Then. So a police chief, for to say, if elected chief, I would eliminate the double standard policy set by Barry McKnight that the filthy rich will not get a ticket while the filthy poor will get one. So we could go by that platform. A police chief candidate for police chief could have a platform. This is beautiful. That's so well done. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you.
You're welcome, Charlie.